Are you up for the challenge? Events for the Sandhills Open Road Challenge centered around Arnold are underway and run through Saturday. The president of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, Clay Mohr, joining us now from Mohr. Clay, the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, a year away from its 25th challenge. Talk about how the challenge has grown over the years and what keeps everybody coming back year after year.
The thing over the years that's probably changed the most is not only the numbers of cars that we have, which has grown. It's almost like a big family anymore. We have repeat drivers that come back. We have our lifetime numbers that come back every year. We've got about 10 people that have made every race since the beginning. When we started with 32 cars. This year, we're going to have about 148 cars. We've got cars that are mile shootouts that are cranking out anywhere from 800 to 1,200 horsepower. We got guys running 200 miles an hour in the half mile. The biggest thing is all of our volunteers and the hospitality. It's not just Arnold, it's all the area communities kind of pull together and help us out. If it wasn't for the volunteers, this wouldn't be going.
Events of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge kicking to high gear with the Loop race near Halsey this morning at 9 o'clock. There's also a breakfast at the United Church of Christ in Purdom and lunch at the Halsey Community Building. Clay, how does this race work to determine the best?
Since the addition of the Loop race, it makes things a little bit more enjoyable for our drivers. It gives them another venue. With all the other road races in the nation, ours was the shortest at the time. Being able to bring Loop and everything in gives that extra venue that no other road race has. The Loop is probably the most challenging road on the road race circuit. It's not very long, but it is extremely technical. That really gives the drivers a chance to kind of really focus in and tune in to the driving task at hand. Then from there, we go into our mile shootout, and then we have our event, which is a little bit longer and maybe the road not quite as technical, but it's still a very technical road compared to the other races in the nation.
One of the big times for car fans to see all of the great vehicles at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge is when the parade of cars rolls through downtown Arnold tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. That parade followed by the car show in downtown Arnold. Clay, what makes this car show a must-see, and what types of cars will there be?
There should be around 140, 150. We have anywhere from grocery getters, Mini Coopers, to Corvettes, Mustangs, to some European cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I don't know if we have too many of those this year. It'll vary just a little bit. To see this number of cars and the variety of cars and the high-tech stuff and being able to sit there and visit with some of the drivers and everything to talk about their cars, which they love to do, it has a real personal aspect for the people. If you're a car nut, this is an event that's just hard to pass up because you can get up close personal and actually talk to the drivers too.
Talking right now with Clay Mohr of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge centered around Arnold and previewing the events that run through Saturday. Clay, the Sandhills Open Road Challenge race starts Saturday morning at 8:30. What is the course for that race and some of the times that they hit for the distance that's driven?
The road race circuit and everything is extremely challenging. It is a timed event, so they're really not racing against each other. They're racing against the clock. With all of our different speed categories, anywhere from 80 going up through our 125 extreme, they have to race against a perfect time. On the two legs, they will race up. They will get a perfect time up there, and then they have to come back. In order to win this thing, you're going to have to be probably less than a half a second off perfect time. One year, we actually had somebody come up within 1/1000th of a second of an absolute perfect time. So it is extremely competitive. And most of them, the distance from first place to third place will be less than a half a second.
Proceeds from the Sandhills Open Road Challenge go towards some great local causes. Clay, over the years, how much has been raised and what have those proceeds helped in the areas around Arnold?
It's really touched not only our community, but a lot of other communities between schools and churches and other nonprofit groups. We, over the last 24 years, don't know the exact numbers, but we're somewhere north of $1.5 million that we've donated back to the communities. This is a nonprofit organization. Everything that we make after all the expenses and everything are paid, 100% goes back to the communities, the surrounding communities, fire departments. It's been a real economic boost for the area.
Clay, how can we view the races at the Sandhills Open Road Challenge near Arnold, including an online option?
KBBN, they will be down at the mile shootout, and they actually have their video operation, so you can actually watch that live streaming. So if you go to the KBBN website on Sandhills Express, there will be a link to that, so you can actually pull things up. We have a young man coming in, will be giving us some drone shots, footage. And if you can't make it, this is probably the next best thing. If you want to watch these cars hit those speeds of around 200 miles an hour in the mile and even the half mile, that gives people an opportunity to view it without actually being there.
Thanks, Clay, and good luck on another great challenge.
You bet. Well, thank you very much for your time.
That's Clay Mohr, the president of the Sandhills Open Road Challenge, talking about their events that run through Saturday. For all the details, you could check out their website, sorcrace.com. That's sorcrace.com. Or you could Google the Sandhills Open Road Challenge. That's also where you'll find the links to watch online. I'm Paul Perkins on the Rural Radio Network.